teams, and they would lose to us because we would just pick battle heroes and battle them, and they would run at us. And we'd have Warlock and Willow, and we'd giggle because they would just try and fight us, and they couldn't fight us, and we'd win. It was that simple. And this Willow I actually really like because it gives you that same massive area control. Liquid love to do battle as 5. It's tough to do that if you're not taking out one of these 2 supports, preferably both before the fight starts.
And you have 2 heroes that are really good at that. They pretty much excel at taking space in those fights. That's your Kotl and Dark Willow. Also, it's pretty decent versus the Monkey, right? Because you can always kind of just shoo him away from his arena. They do have some AoE versus her, though. There's Grimstroke, that's pretty solid versus Dark Willow at every single stage of the game. Monkey as well has that Boundless Strike to work with, so it already looks like Dark Willow isn't going to have the best game, but the Terrorize definitely comes in handy here.
So far, right, we're seeing maybe better in terms of what we're seeing from OG Seed and the ability to fight at this stage, but this can still all greatly change when it comes to it. You've mentioned, Lizard, about the Monkey King maybe not being the direct counter to Dragon Knight. What would have been your other pick coming in there?
I really don't know. I don't see many heroes winning versus Dragon Knight that hard on the mid lane. What was the best lane so far versus DK on that mid lane?
Probably just Razor or Timber. Timber doesn't
Timber,
do
alright,
great,
yeah, but we don't see Timber.
Necro.
It's most likely banned out. Necro, yeah, Necro is pretty solid. We have seen some TA games work out really well for the TA.
You don't. I think you might win the lane, but DK in general is a good hero against TA. Your natural halberd buyer, your ult burns through refraction, damage reduction.
Yesterday there was just a matchup in which if TA gets that Blink Dazzle fast enough, suddenly your armor doesn't look that strong any longer. They find ways of dealing with you.
Also, you can see Liquid kind of recognize the scenario here. Earth Spirit, arguably, well, not arguably, it has the highest reach of any 4 position, and that's the name of the game here. Is just divide. Get the Willow, get the Coddle, kill him.
You have the old school combo Inkswell with the Rolling Boulder as well from the Earth Spirit. It's also another hero that deals well with the Dark Willow and her Dark Realm or whatever it's called. It's easy to get her. She can't even TP out, so...
So in terms of what Liquid's got for now, as we get on to their 4th pick there, what's the missing piece that they're going to be looking for, obviously, before we even see what OG Seed? What are they missing in terms of maybe some team fight in there?
It's hard to say. I think they can react to the next pick as well because their cores are very versatile. It can be your position 3 as the last pick, but it can also be a Mickey hero as the last pick. And they can put the Monkey safely and they can put the Monkey mid. It's
Riki.
Alright, Riki. You could go for a Boxy Slardar perhaps as well. Helps versus the Dragonite a bit, helps versus the Riki. Isn't the best lane with the Earth Spirit.
Kyle's back to not feeling so happy with what he's looking at.
They could go for a bat on Liquid as well. That would be pretty solid.
The thing about the Riki is it works best with a strong combo with it in lane, which you don't really have, and with some heroes that are going to cause chaos, preferably that are durable. Riki does best with a little bit of time to sort of pick his entry position, you know? Yeah. You don't have that. You need some hero to keep the supports alive. Liquid are the ones jumping you.
And there's so many good heroes for Liquid right now that they can pick. Like, I love the bat, by the way, for them. If it's not banned out, it isn't. Soxy is really good on it. Slardar is also pretty solid.
Double last. I love whenever you have some double ult target that pierces BKB to go with the Grimstroke ult. We saw with Bloodseeker from OG the other day. Beastmaster's banned out, but Doom is bad hero, unless the mid one's playing a mid on 200 ping, I guess. And then Batrider is the other big one. That's true.
Doom, so yeah, the Mars ban, basically, on OGC, they need another frontliner next to DK, and it's also really good with your Willow. Gives you another one of those arenas to work with.
You also need damage. I want some spread damage, some mixed spread damage. You have no real magical burst right now outside of a Willow LT, and that's very unreliable. And once again, Liquid have all these methods of staying alive.
It just looks easier. It looks easier again for Liquid.
Like Coddle Riki, not real. There's no real lockdown other than the DK stun, and DK stun doesn't really deal damage. I want something that makes this Riki's game easier to play. I could see a Darkseer come out.
Really? Yeah. With Earth Spirit as well. Yeah. Why not?
No, for OG Seed.
With what though? Isn't it a difficult lane for him overall?
It's not easy, but I'm not sure what else you're going to draft for Zibe here. Yeah. Unless you just give him the DK, which is likely, I would say, the last pick a mid-hero.
Enchantress.
And, okay, I can dig that as well. Ench offlane. So it's Ench Willow potentially against the Monkey, but to your point, now you've revealed that DK's likely mid,
Batrider
immediately bad. As you said, that hero doesn't deal with bad. I can't. They didn't ban bad.
They didn't. They banned the Centaur for some reason. I was questioning it. The Batrider just looks even better.
I thought they banned bat when they picked Ench.
No, they banned the Centaur. I was just waiting for either bat or Slardar to come out, and now with the Enchantress picked in, the bat looks much better. It is a decent Enchantress game. You can purge Inkswell, you can purge Monkey's Flame Guard as well. The lane should be pretty solid for her, but if it is an Enchantress core, Batrider just eats you alive. You literally, if you get lassoed with a couple of stacks and Firefly, you're just dead. It isn't an easy Enchantress game.
This draft is 4 wet noodles that will deal damage if they're not just destroyed, and a DK who will survive in theory, but he's going to lose his lane, and he's playing against massive magical damage, including a Batrider. How does OG Seed ever take a fight if Grimstroke ult? Think of it like this. 5 heroes walk at each other in the river, and everyone casts their spells. You know, straight up Mexican standoff into blasting each other. Liquid win immediately because you get a double lasso off. In theory, OGC, like
so much damage.
Coddle, what is Coddle ult set up for? Like Willow ult? How does Willow ult get set up for? There's no. How do you keep people in a Riki cloud? There's no real method of winning fights other than DK stun and to kill one guy and to kill the next guy. All of these heroes deal single target damage.
And it's so much easier to execute for Liquid. For OGC, it looks like if they get a really good laning stage, then perhaps the Enchantress will be too tanky. Same goes for DK, and then you might be able to snowball and push. But man, it looks like Liquid have their number, and it looks much easier to execute. With all these heroes, even if you're on the downside, down low, you can come back in the game. And
so you're both going for Liquid in this one. Again, Carl looks massively disappointed. We're looking at a 2-0.
I'm disappointed in OGC's drafts today as well.
And we've been praising him in the past so well.
You give credit to where credit's due. The Liquid has got solid openers.
Yep.
I really like the way that they frame their draft. You pick Monkey maybe a little early, but it works out just fine. I think that they recognize the win condition with the Earth Spirit pickup, and then they have the Dream 22 pick. And we can say it, and it's not that we're smart and we see the bat coming, it's that it's a dream bat game.
Yeah.
So
Ricky,
I'm going to stop you guys for now, though. We're going to get into the game. I know you guys can talk about this for as long as possible. The draft seems to have gone in the favor of Liquid. Let's see if they can pull off the 2-0. And let's get back with Toby and Lacoste and see if they agree with what the analysts had to say here.
Yes, thank you very much to the panel who keep things very positive. As always, making us feel like this is definitely a 50-50 game. Even the win probability before we even start is 52% in favor of Team Liquid. I don't know how that 2% changes, but it seems at least on the draft we give them an extra 2%.
Maybe they just, spent more gold, more effectively.
Sure. I actually wonder, like, if you buy smoke at at the very, very start, if the game is just instantly, they've got more resources than the other team, which means they should have a better chance.
Well, maybe you have like a sentry, you're playing against invis heroes, it increases your win probability. You never know what you would think
win probability should take into account a little bit of draft at the beginning. That would be interesting. Defensive walls have been placed down by Coinfer and a smoke move from OG. All 5 heroes together looking to try and fight. And so far they're up against 4. Batrider is the only hero who is not here on the bottom. Oh, and of course Monkey King.
You should have known better.
He's bounced out.
Well, Kyle wanted to see a Mexican standoff.
Let's see. Got one.
Yeah. The only one who's missing is Boxy.
Send the courier in. I'm sure that's definitely not a king of something. And OG now have to make their own choice. It's the easiest initiation too, even though obviously you've gone for like Stone Remnants to begin with from the Earth Spirit. The roots are down. Z-Freak able to get 2 of the stuns and not getting Inkswell, getting Stroke of Fate level 1 from Insania. You don't go Blinding Light, and we don't go Inkswell. And no one really cares about the first outposts.
We really don't. The problem with the OG's lineup is everything is single target. You have no abilities like Dragonite hits level 2 with the splash, Bedlam. I just feel like this is a huge outdraft from Team Liquid. And it's such a free Batrider game And Boxy, man, if he has a good laning stage, he will deliver. Like Boxy can either be the best or the worst player in the team, but if you give him good early stage, you know he's gonna do some awesome stuff.
I love the way you can phrase things. Mickey's in a little bit of trouble. The blast from Pexu's able to connect, and Mickey's got no more life. Actually brought down. OG will spill first blood with this aggressive tri-lane. Just to start with, Pexu's now rotated up towards the top lane. No clarities to work with, but he'll lend his now -2 on the base damage base attack.
Single target spells are good if there's a hero who's alone. And you have 3 against 1. I want to see how mid matchup goes. It's definitely Monkey King favored, but Dragon Knight, you know, he is also a thick little boy.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this exact matchup. As I just begged the question, like, well, Monkey King wins against most melee versus melee matchups, but how's this actually meant to go down with Qualifier versus, like, a Monkey versus a DK?
I've seen Dragon Knight is doing extremely well. I would call it like 60-40, 65-35 for Monkey. Also, Dragon Knight received the buff in terms of like him getting extra regen on the tower. I mean, Monkey has the same whale, but you know, Dragon Knight will be standing closer to his tower, so that's 1 extra regen per second on top of Dragon Blood. Also, I want to see if Monkey brings Orb of Venom, then it becomes much easier for him to be in this lane, and he is bringing 1, like nothing else. He just brought himself a healing salve, and that's it.
He's got 1 more jump available. He's going after Boxy. Boxy needs more life to survive, but there's an Illuminate flying his way, and Boxy will get brought down. Madara wants to send a message that, remember, I have 2 Blink Strikes now. And Mickey gets to lose his courier too. Z-Freak, always on the hunt. They've got 2 Observer wards actually on either side of the tier 2 tower on bottom, thanks to this aggressive smoke move from OG very early on. They see so much inside the Radiant jungle. They don't see anything else anywhere else. But at least they'll know whenever a courier comes out.
I'm just watching the mid lane. Like, Quoiqua hit him 6 times in a row. 3 of these were with Jingo Mastery. And Dragon Knight is still full HP, didn't even use the tangos. So in this matchup, I feel like Dragon Knight should be played more aggressive. Like, you still have high regen, so you're gonna regen up. You need to be closer to the creeps, keep dragging them every single time they get, so you pull them a little bit closer to your tower, what Jesse is doing right now.
Insane there. You protect that courier. Send it back behind the tier 1 tower. Top lane, Pexu, the kick comes through. There's already 3 charges of sticky napalm on him. He'll get back underneath the tower. Same for Madara.
Pexu definitely not an easy kill to get. He got 2 kills, which means he has boots and the magic stick. 375 movement speed. You can't just really get on top of him. Well, unless you're in a bad spot, but still the move speed should get him out of the trouble.
And Insania's picking up so much farm because I think Mickey's realized he can't reach these range creeps all the time. So Grimstroke's just using his Stroke of Fate. As Mickey goes down, 1 Bramble, can't find an easy path out, and then gets hit too easily by these Impetus.
Enchantress is really good against like Ember Spirit, removing the Flame Guard. He doesn't have it, but at one point he will have it. So also you can dispel Inkswell, which is a pretty big deal in the laning stage. You don't have to care about getting stun or any extra damage. This bottom lane's not going too well for Liquid. Even though in terms of CS, like Mickey has 21, but he still died 2 times.
Yep. Yeah. Let's watch that net worth counter, see what's actually effective. But yeah, for what felt like a very one-sided panel review of this game, we're 5 minutes in. OG seeded 3 kills up. They have 3 heroes in the top 4 net worths. Monkey King is number 1 on the board. So Qualifier is having a happy time here. But Mickey just seems to be getting really nailed by this Enchantress. Okay, Root, Inkswell, maybe it's time to turn this thing around.
That dispel
Enchantress is dropping a little bit low, but now Z-Freak will create an extra little bit of space. Careful of the couriers once again. These things are valuable. And Insania is low on life. Z-Freak wants to finish the job, but he's not going to chase into the trees. As trees are a dangerous place in darkness, and Zibe getting very close to bringing Mickey down with the bonus damage from Z-Freak, but doesn't achieve it. So salve up from Ember.
I mean, you're playing Ember Spirit, a melee hero, against few range ones. Enchantress is getting so much out of this lane, and they have ways of dispelling Inkswell, so you don't have a combo. One of the reasons why the lane is not going so well.
I just can't believe like Chessie is so far behind Quoitva. You had a little interaction from, well, actually it was Z-Freak who rotated in towards the mid before to help out the TK. He's got Dragon Form, so maybe he wants to get a little bit more aggressive, but we'll see what Z-Freak can do. Dragon Form is up. You want to give him another hit. Pexu, the Chakram, doesn't really give him a lot to work with. The Monkey King just runs to the north. All three heroes of OGC get connected with the Stroke of Fate, and Insania arrive very quickly.
This could backfire if they continue. Monkey King with double damage, 2 points, and Boundless Strike could easily turn things around. But this is such a powerful combo. Like Keeper of the Light and Dragonite, reducing the cooldown of his stun.
Wait, no Inkswell, he just rolling bolted in. Quoitva followed up with the pounce. You can slow down Chessie, but they can't get Quoitva in range of OG, so he's unable to actually inflict the damage.
Mickey on the bottom lane, he might drop. One impetus should be enough. He misses the chains.
He's actually going to walk back. Was that it's an urn coming out, but it's still going to be a very long walk for an Ember Spirit. They're used to having level 6 just TP back and then come back to the lane. Nice and quick, low cooldown time. Oh. Not even getting this.
Ricky is a sneaky little bastard, very hard to kill. I don't know which hero you ban, either ban Techies or I ban Ricky in my pubs. It's so annoying to play against. Like, sometimes you need to bring 2 dusts or a dust plus a sentry to grab a kill, and you might not even get it. Like, he has 2 blink strikes, which means he can reposition himself, and then tricks of the trade to buy some extra time, you know, for any kind of rotation from his teammates.
ES has rotated up towards the top lane, so trying to work with Boxy to catch out either Ricky or the Keeper of the Light. You'll take either. Mick, I guess, had the horrendous life. You can't even disjoint like the impetus. Like, you just throw it out. A little bit of arc lightning or chain lightning from the Harpy, and already Mika, he's only just arrived back at this lane. He's consuming as many tangos as he can. Maybe he's trying to put down Happy Trees and get a little bit more efficiency or whatever you can get. Because this lane it's lost when he's one-on-one. Mid lane, DK's got Dragon Form off cooldown again. Z-Freak? Z-Freak? Okay, it took him a second to respond to it. Insania, who was there. This time you get the Rolling Boulder into the Inkswell stun. A pushback from Pexu trying to create the space, but Chessie needs a lot more life. The Blast will connect on 4 heroes from Liquid who are all there to kill the Dragon Knight.
Dragon Knight is such a tough nut to crack. Maybe if he had a magic wand, he would get a couple of the charges. Not sure if it would be enough, but still you want to get that item. Your level 10 talent also got nerfed. So from 3 extra mana to 2, which is pretty big. Not in this game, but in general, since in this game you have Keeper of the Light replenishing your mana. How do you gank this Enchantress? This is the problem. You need to bring like a Batrider. He has Flaming Lasso. Fort is on cooldown at the moment. Even Madara's rotating to the bottom. They're just making Mickey's life miserable.
I wonder how fast Chessie actually kills off these stacks. You can give him the Chakra. I think Pex is about to copper. Oh yeah, he had to pull that back a little bit faster. Or else he would have just stolen every single last hit. But this is good money for the DK. Tiger's rotating over, so he's going to see the stack being taken. Pexu just uses Chakra, blinding light into a Dragon Tail stun. Earth Spirit actually being killed off as well by the neutrals. He goes for a quick kick, tries the run, Bramble. It doesn't actually connect. So Tiger will just have to outrun it for another 5 seconds until he has Rolling Boulder back off cooldown. Already triggered the 12 stick charges. And Chessie, Dragon Tail stun, and a Breathe Fire will finish the job. But look who's coming over to try and contest the stack. Boxy is there, he's working with Insania, able to get the stun over on Z-Freak. He's looking for that last bit of damage to come out. He's so low on life inside the Firefly.
Get to the
Only hope is denial. No, it won't happen. Boxy can see over into the pit.
I've seen two teams a couple of days ago just being in the jungle. There were a bunch of stacks and there were 10 heroes trying to contest one of the stacks. I've never seen that in my life.
It's like, hey, is this an Alchemist game? Also get to look at Mickey just hiding behind a tier 1 tower on bottom lane. This is against a catapult wave pushing into his tower. They're going to bring in ES. They need the follow-up stuns. That's why Grimstroke comes in. Now, who does he want to give it to? Mickey? Oh, no. Tiger. Rolling boulder forward. Get the follow-up stuns with the chains. Not the perfect Tiger, but it won't matter. Mickey still has the damage to finish the job.
Yeah, Liquid understands the lanes were not going well for the first like 6-7 minutes, and now they need to rotate one extra hero more than they would.
Here we go again. Madara looking for his target. The Will-O-Wisp comes down from Keeper of the Light. It buys a lot more time now for Madara to continue his fight forward as they get the jump in. But my god, that Magnetize doing his job. Koifa and Tiger trying to stand their ground. Z-Freak still got a lot more damage himself. No, he doesn't. He's dead, but so is Koifa. Mickey having to be that last surviving core to get the work done. Tiger trying to stand with him, gets another kick forward. Let the ears continue to ring. Madara just wants to finish his TP out to safety. He's able to do so, but Chessie stands his ground. But now Zibe will also arrive, and we'll see who's really got the bigger flames. They said Batride's a great counter to the Enchantress, and Zibe doesn't want any piece of it at all. But TP's arriving from the Keeper of the Light. A Blinding Light will buy some extra space, but there's so many sticky napalm charges up. Boxy has himself a double kill.
I thought he's gonna channel his young 11 and try to go for a kill on Peksu, but he controlled himself, which is pretty surprising, knowing how Boxy plays sometimes. Now he has the Boots of Travel finished, Windlace, Faded Brooch. He's zooming 445 without Firefly. Let's see when he uses it. 502 move speed, not too bad. 12 minutes in, considering all the heroes' movement speed got nerfed.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see where like Dota Plus gets its numbers from. Like it was actually pushing it at 90% at one point as the win probability for OG Seed, and it's still hovering around 82% at the moment.
82% for Liquid?
And for OG Seed.
Well, I believe someone's gonna get fired for, pumping those numbers. Those are fake numbers.
This is how the betting companies get their stuff. Nope. Something more official. Yeah, let's move on. Very, very smooth transition.
Back to the bottom lane. Earth Spirit going for Necrobook. I've seen that build. Like, it was so popular when they first made Tusk with the new spell, Tag Team. I'm surprised no one is building that on Tusk. It still works.
Ricky with a quick jump. Boxy's got the movement speed, also got the Dust of Outball, gonna lasso Madara back, and they get Boxy out of range of the Will-O-Wisp, but they haven't finished the job yet. Madara tricks the trade, but bounces back up into Madara. Still going down. Magnetized is a real issue for OG Seed, as Liquid chalk up another 2. And
that's
just getting all the space in the world up on the top lane to keep his pressure up.
You can see they're not expecting Batrider to be this fast. He gets out of Will-O-the-Wisp because of that extra movement speed he gets from the items. Like Faded Brooch, I believe Faded Brooch is like the best tier 1 items. Sometimes pro players are even considering leaving Faded Brooch over some, not tier 2, but tier 3 items.
Time to fight again. They're looking for DK. Rolling boulder forward. They got the follow-up stunts. It can be almost perfectly comboed. Not to mention the Spellbind double silence. Jesse can't get into that dragon form, but they haven't got the kill yet. Now OGS, they bring the numbers to the fight. And Tiger tries to sacrifice himself, but it doesn't stop a Ricky from keeping the chase going. Is there a pounce forward? There is another one from Madara. He needs more heroes, however. Now it's currently 4-on-1. But the rest of OG Seed are coming, and they are as 5 underneath the outpost. The Fear pushing Ember Spirit further back, but the Flame Break also doing its job. A lot of sticky napalm charges up, so OG Seed having a hard time keeping the chase going, and Z-Freak is currently cliffed. He would like to TP out of this. But he's a little uncertain about what vision is nearby him. Another Dragon Tail stun. Chessie putting that Blink Dagger to work. He bought it just before this fight. Was able to help ensure the kill on Insania with it.
It's very crucial that Madara gets a good timing on his Diffusal Blade. He is afraid of like Grimstroke Soulbind. He's afraid of Searing Chains, so he can't use his spells. Mid lane, what's happening on the mid lane? Just a quick blink out.
The Flame Brave from Boxy was actually too far back, so Chessie didn't get repositioned, didn't get hit, so Qualifiers like bounce forward. Didn't actually connect, so they miss a big opportunity on the DK because he just blinks away to safety.
So yeah, once Ricky gets his Diffusal Blade, which is going to be now, just needs to kill this Catapult. He can kill any hero on the map. They have no defensive abilities, no defensive items yet.
Bye, Zephyr.
Oh, we heard that a lot in game number 1.
I was a little unlucky for him this time around. I'm uncertain what he wanted to achieve behind the tier 1 tower, but when you get hit by Napalm and Liquid have this much maneuverability, you're not going to survive.
I'm glad that Chessie went for Breathe Fire damage reduction on level 10, minus 24 on top of, so it's 50% reduction. That's actually pretty huge. Like compared to the other talent +2 mana region, and you have Keeper of the Light in your team, and this is the combo. Like Keeper of the Light will just want to either lower the cooldown on Dragonite spells or on Ricky's Blink and Tricks of the Trade. So you don't have to rely on mana that much.
The opposite story of Mars. Qualifiers gave him a lot of pressure on that top lane. Catapult waves again, pushing in, and no one from OG really up here to try and do the defense. Observers from Team Liquid give them early warning systems if someone is coming to defend.
Also a big stack of Ancients is being cleared out by OG Seed right now.
Oh, that's nice. A Philosopher's Stone. More money for someone who doesn't attack at all. Well done, Zephyr. And he'll take the Van Brace. Hey, DK, don't stop attacking. Let me pick up items for you.
He's going straight into BKB on Dragonite, which I really like. Like, Chessie's game decision-making has been great so far. They have no abilities besides Lasso.
He goes for Deep Freak to begin with. McKay's going to be there to follow up, rolling boulder forward, and once again the Magnetites are going to turn on. A great double silent, and this is right on the end of the Dragon form too. It may not even have time to run out, but the Soulbind actually locks over towards Zibe, so he can try and focus down a little bit more onto Tiger. Now Monkey King finally arrives into the Wukong's command. They're just trying to hold Chessie in position, and they bring him down. Insania with the double kill. Hexu, he's going to be collateral. And he was trying to retreat out to the west, but OG Seed lose 4 heroes. And that is not the way they thought the fight was going to begin, but what a Blink Dagger reveal arriving in for Boxy.
Yeah, they're also executing this so well. Grimstroke, 4 points in Inkswell, then Tiger rolls in, mid-air, get the maximum efficiency out of it. Ricky deeping mid.
Yeah, he's going after the Tiger. He's got the Diffuse Blade up and running. That's the easiest way to hold people inside the smoke screen. We're chasing Necro books too. Easy money.
Okay, so he's going for Necro 3, which is okay. You're playing against Ricky. You can get a lot of D-wards, a lot of gold from that. And you become so tanky. You have enough mana regen. Like level 3 gives you 18 strength.
Not too shabby at all. We've seen the Bracer builds coming on the ESs, but I guess this works just as well. It gives you a little bit more push power, which is something that Liquid do lack. They don't destroy down buildings, not until they're a lot bigger, so they can keep killing off OGS, but it's harder to take objectives.
Next set of items is coming very fast for Team Liquid. There's going to be Deso and Monkey. You want to have a Deso or any kind of tower hero when you have Ember in your team.
Oh, he's breaking. The rolling boulder from Tiger doesn't get out in time. Chessie just blinks forward and blocks the path. So down with the ES, and Liquid are in full retreat. It was them who were setting up the gank. But all around the 20-minute mark. Oh, jump forward from Madara. Smoke screen up. Will-O-Wisp too. Boxy isn't getting out of this one. All of your item choices won't save you from that initiation. And they want more. Chessie jumping forward. Mickey has to use the Aether Remnant to get away to safety.
A lot of great ways of defending Will-O-Wisp. With Aether Dragonite, Stun, Blinding Light, and most importantly, Terrorize from Dark Willow. And also you can see that Pex is not afraid of using ulti just to secure a kill, so him and Ricky are playing together. Grobo. Alright, I guess you can give that to Aether. Yeah, Enchantress is a holder of this, yeah. I was just thinking about it. It's a good item on Dragonite as well, but Dragonite has a Vambrace, which you prefer over this one.
Alright, Liquid. Where is this combination that you were really starting to get yourself back in the game with? It was missing when they first ganked up the mid, and then after that there was always this Inkswell, get a character to the front lines. Mainly Earth Spirit. But they're going to give Tiger the top lane to farm up instead, and they also gave him the Philosopher's Stone, so already up at level 2 book. They'll give you more space as well for Mickey to finish up the Spirit Vessel. Some critical items that Liquid want before the next engagement. But it may not stop Boxy from going for the easy pickup. Z-Freak, it's really nice knowing you again, man. You cannot hide in the Shadow Realm from the flames.
So that's going to be a tier 1 tower.
Yeah.
Also Liquid, they need BKB on Monkey King so he can stand his ground. There's like only Impetus, some right clicks from Dragonite and Ricky, but he needs to be able to take care of himself. There's not a single defensive item so far on their side. Grimstroke going for a Force Staff, still a recipe away.
They're on the hunt. Rolling Bolo from Tiger. That goes in very deep on top of Pexu. They want the Enchantress, or do they? Moving off to the side, Madara, they're just chasing down Keeper of the Light. They want the Will-O-Wisp taken out at the moment, but Madara just jumps for the Will-O-Wisp, still ended up going off, so Pexu will end up surviving. The rest of the heroes, Ember Spirit as well as Grimstroke, couldn't get there. One Purge Creep was holding him back, while Enchantress just solos up Insania. Madara's in a lot of trouble. Mickey trying to battle out. He's got Slender Fist back off cooldown. It's a good stun from Koifa, controlling up Madara. Can't find the extra life, but maybe it's time for Chessie to get the hell out of there. Necrobooks are chasing him down. He'll run up the hill. Boxy, no actual lasso available for him. Enchantress trying to send the Centaur forward to battle for them. BKB from Chessie can now help him stand. Koifa, perfect dodge with the Mischief, and now he can look for his own fight. Looking for the lineup, but the Sun has to wait the BKB off from Chessie before he's going to have a chance for this one. And Chessie back to the tier 2 tower, but still not safe for Koifa. A perfect jump forward. Enchantress as well as Pexu, both being caught out. The TP out will end up happening for the Enchantress, but everyone else from OG is dead.
Oh, I don't think OG Seed can fight if Ricky is dead. And also there was a little bit of misplay when I said, oh, Mickey. He cut down the tree that Monkey was standing on with the Fire Remnant. So Monkey was stunned for 4 seconds.
Oops.
Oopsie, yep. Ricky's so close to his BKB, just the Ogre Axe. Actually 600 gold only.
You'll definitely need that. The rest of Liquid are having huge items. And support Earth Spirit now has a level 3 Necro book up and running. Your Spirit Vessel is completed. Force Arm's getting close with the Grimstroke. You've got Desolator and Echo Saber already on Koifa. Once he has the BKB, he'll be able to stand a lot stronger. And up on top lane, Boxy. Has he actually... He hasn't completed it yet, has he? No, he hasn't.
Taiga sent Necro Warriors wrong way. There were 2 observer boards standing close to each other, but he sent them at the bottom part of the map.
Aww. And instead, 4-men smoke up. That's why I send them around the bottom. They're looking for a fresh target. And they're going to find one. Boxy up and towards the air. Once again, Z-Freak, the punching bag of OGS. Having a very hard time getting away, hiding inside the Shadow Realm. Earth Spirit is locked up by the Bramble. They're now Soulbind, double silence, and the jump forward. Side of Fist and Searing Chase. Mickey wants to jump back out again, but the lasso is there. They're holding him together. They just come back out. Koifa arrives with his own double damage rune inside the Wukong's command. At least Chessie had the BKB to help him survive. And they'll buy back on Enchantress, so OG Seed have all 3 cores back up again and running.
No Dragonite form, no BKB on him. Like Insania kept spamming get back instantly after he died, and he saw a buyback from Zibe. With that Deso, if they take another good fight like this, they could easily transition that into Roche. They don't necessarily need to take another fight before Monkey gets a BKB.
The hunt is out from Ricky. Does he actually walk under that Radiant scan, Koifa? He's right in the... Yeah, it pings. Koifa might have thought about jumping down onto that wave. Instead, he just throws out the Boundless Strike and gets the hell out. And now Madara will show himself. He knows.
A very good read from Koikwa.
You see the line is starting to be drawn up by an Insania. do you want to decode that little squiggle? I think we need to control this bottom area, keep them enclosed up on the north.
Even Ember's going for a BKB, which I like. Like, the itemization in this game is giving me, like, chills what they did with the talents.
Everything is a lot nicer this game. It's not just a one-sided affair.
It really is.
That's all we need from a panel. Just say it's going to be a one-sided affair so it doesn't have to be anymore. There's only a 3k gold advantage going the way of Liquid. However, it's about 7,000, 8,000 in the experience. OG, like, it feels like they're a decent way behind. Chessie. Observer and Sentry is down from Team Liquid. As the smoke breaks, they see so much, but same for OG Seed. Madara doesn't stop him jumping forward. He wants his kill over on Tiger. The rolling boulder out will be successful. Gotta get through almost 2.1k. Yeah, that's a lot.
Very hard to bring down. And he just keeps summoning every single time it's off cooldown. Use that Necro Book. Try to devour, get any kind of vision. Monkey with destruction.
Going for his fight. Koifa's going to BKB up. Madara had to hide inside the tricks of the trade. Koifa wants his own fight, but Madara burns his own BKB. Looking for his extra target. They dust him up. Koifa standing inside the Wukong's command. Now Sleight of Fist Searing Chains needs to connect over on Madara, but instead they find Chessie. He'll BKB in Dragon Form, and Boxy in range of the Enchantress. Just Rainbow Cannon down. They'll lose the Necro Books as well.
Liquid, very awkward fight from them. Like, Monkey King ulti did not catch anything. Same goes for Will-O-the-Wisp.
And each target you thought they were going on just triggers a BKB.
Liquid's lineup is very good at disengaging a fight. How many 4-stars do they have right now? Only one I see on Grimstroke. Yeah, but they need to care about Ricky and his Cloud. If they can stay out of it, both spirits can just get out if the BKBs are Tiger.
Dragon Tail stunts there from Chessie. Tiger was trying to get a rolling boulder away. Monkey King was waiting for his own jump up as Tiger just gets pushed away with a rolling boulder. Now Dragon Tail stun from Chessie. Is there a follow-up? No, Monkey King's gonna let him die.
Another stun. He's just perma-stunning people with Keeper of the Light combo.
It feels a little too easy when you've got a chakra. And what's the trade-off here? Koifa is at least cleaning up the top wave. So without this wave, it's very difficult for OGC to add a lot of pressure on the northern side. And Koifa can keep the farm going inside the jungle. He's holding an Orb of Destruction, so he's a very powerful hero to try and bring down. And going in for an Aghanim Scepter too.
I can understand
the rest of Liquid
gonna be prolonged.
Spellbind's out. Have they got extra control? The double lasso! Pull him deeper inside the Wukong's command with a follow-up stuns. The perfect control. Enchantress and DK, the two big cores that have been pains in the ass for Liquid. They are the two that stand side by side and get lassoed.
Oh man, Earth Spirit even picked up Essence Ring plus Ogre Axe, so he will have like 2.7k HP. Straight into Roche Pit, Orb of Destruction plus a Deso will be more than enough. Dragonite, he does have a buyback? No, he does not. Okay, no, that's not his gold, like I was... because he disconnected.
Just bring up your buyback status. The only one who's got it is actually... it's Z-Freak. He's the only one who saved the money. Even Coddle is short of the cash.
I'm wondering whose gold it's pointing out if he's disconnected. Because on my screen, he had 2K.
It's bugged. It's bugged. The same thing happened to Misery yesterday. It's just a bug. I think sometimes, like when a player does DCs, it looks like all the neutral gold, or like what was that? Like you remember you had that with like Warcraft 3 Dota. It actually take into account all the gold that like the towers and the creeps had managed to achieve.
Yeah. You're a smart guy, Toby, and you remember some old stuff. One of the reasons why I like you.
That has no relevance anymore.
Dota changes so much. Like, I did not expect it to have so many patches, but you know, I struggle just testing things out.
Yeah,
there's no
right.
DPC tournament.
As long as you remember about 20%, you should be fine. So new items get to be picked up from the jungle as everyone realized that we can actually hit neutral still. Got the Greater Fairy Fire and the Orb of Destruction in for OG. They're still missing 2 more of their tier 3 items. Well, the Titan Slither, it's arrived up for Liquid, and they've got better ways to also defend high ground. Repair kits there for them too.
Paladin Sword, it's a very good item, and Dragonite all amplifies all your regen and healing, and you already have Dragon Blood.
Yeah, he's sitting at 25.6 a second. Sure.
Problem is, there's a Spirit Vessel, and Mickey has some charges right now.
It's gonna feel pretty crappy when like, okay, I'm gonna use Greater Fairy Fire and sit on the DK. Actually gave up the Paladin Sword for that. Enchantress might... Enchantress still has the Grove Bow sitting in the stash. May want to bring that out at some point and have a neutral item. Meanwhile, here comes Liquid. You won't have that item for the fight. In fact, you won't have a Ricky for the fight either.
He dies so quickly.
Yep. Necro Books made sure he was never going to hide out either. And this initiation from Boxy, when it connects, you got no way out and you can't cancel him. He's already finished a Lincoln Sphere.
Very interesting build on Boxy.
Know your place.
Usually you want to get like a BKB or a Force Staff to drag them further away. But with this build, max move speed, pretty much, with Firefly, Windlace, and Faded Brooch, it's more than enough. Right now, OGC 2 supports don't feel like they're doing anything. Same goes for your offlaner. Enchantress is that kind of a hero, you know, she destroys the laning stage, but if you don't have a mid game, you just become a support.
That's kind of where it feels she is at. Meanwhile, new items get to arrive in from Liquid. That BKB for the Ember Spirits coming out in the courier right now. Monkey King's already got his and the Agadim Scepter. So Liquid, a very formidable force. Mickey can mop up the top lanes. Even that momentum you can gain, Mickey can just spirit back and keep the push going. And he's actually going for Dagon next. This Ember Spirit has a level 5 Dagon queued up. And originally it was actually an E-Blade I saw being prepared.
He's going for Dagon. He committed. He's not trolling.
Well, he hasn't committed yet. Let's wait until the actual commitment arrives. But it's still looking pretty much that way.
I believe he's committed. You would have not put Dagon 5 otherwise. You know, you would just put Dagon. I guess I can understand why.
If you can kill a target while they're lassoed before the BKBs come up, yeah, I can see it.
It's also double Dagon during Grimstroke ulti. And Ricky is such a low HP hero. Their BKBs are also dropping lower.
Z-Freak.
Already on 7 seconds.
He actually brings Insania down. Hey, worth it. Totally worth it for Z-Freak. Don't know if it's worth it for the entire team, but it's still going to work. Creep Wave is pushing to top lane quite heavily too.
OGC does not have any vision on the map. Couple of sentries, that's it. but they don't provide vision that they need. Gem plus Necrobook 3, they're getting rid of all the vision. It's so hard to play into blind map. I mean, you can say, yeah, why didn't he do that? But we are the ones that see the whole map, so it's pretty easy to judge.
Yeah. Enchantress is looking for her own target. She's going to walk underneath the Radiant Orbs. Mickey may feel strong enough to try and fight this. Quick little slide of fists. But now Madara goes for his own thing, and Mickey might have thought wrong. Kuiper wants to help him out into the Wukong's command. Mickey get a BKB, and the rolling boulder also arrived from Tiger. They're trying to run back out again. A quick little dusting, and Madara, they got the lasso on him before the BKB will arrive. A perfect chase on. He has buyback available, and we'll see if he thinks it's even worth it, or if he just lets his comrades die. There's another catch out. Z-Freak on the bottom lane. Zibe's trying to run away from Boxy, being forever sticky napalmed up with the rolling boulder fort. They do get that chain control onto the Enchantress. She will not reach home. Koifa with a triple kill. Claiming the life of Z-Freak as well.
The fight into no vision whatsoever. You're playing into superior vision. Gem. And they had like 10k advantage coming into this fight. Once again, Boxy with the great initiation catching out Ricky. He's the one who's a damage dealer for his team.
Now Kuiper gets to beat the crap out of tier 3 towers. But still not the healthiest men sitting on the front lines. Getting hit by Illuminate after Illuminate, as well as the split shot of the tower doesn't help out. But hey, just go back to base and Spirit back in when you're ready to fight. They leave the Lincoln Sphere protection on Kuiper, so they can finish the tier 3 tower and then maybe back up and look for other bigger objectives. So got both the bounty runes on top, and you got a little longer for Roshan.
Yeah, Roche may respawn in a minute and 20 seconds. Right now, it's so hard for OGC to get outside their base. It's a smoke time. Like, you need to do something, otherwise you're just not playing to win.
If you do that, you're going to walk into Boxy's invis rune. Like, you see the ping. Boxy's pinging himself. It's like, well, I'm invis here, and no one's coming this way. Radiant actually scanned the southern side. Luckily for OG, they walk the opposite direction.
And that's the smoke. Try to set up any kind of vision, get a kill.
Tiger.
Even though it's another game-winning play. Disarm.
Yeah,
Wait, he disarmed the catapult.
That wasn't the target he wanted. It actually cost him his life to do that. Now the 37-minute items actually appear too, so OG can kill 2 birds with 1 stone while they're out.
Havoc Hammer. No one's picking that one up yet. It's a decent item on Dragonite. It gives you almost 50 damage, and he's bringing it. But the active called Havoc, it's like a fart, Toby. It doesn't do anything. Like,
I don't know.
It just causes some commotion, but
Depends
it doesn't deal
man.
any real damage. You know, you might sniff it, but it's not gonna, deal damage to your tonsils or anything. Like, your nose is gonna be fine.
Next time we fly together, well,
Eating some beans.
We'll let you experience it. Have some beans, Mr. Taggart. Zube, he's going to go down, or is he? A quick little Hurricane Pike away from himself, as well as the BKB. Just trying to survive. Getting the Nature's Attendants out. That's a big BKB charge. Still burned down, but living is better. Do we get some fun... Do we get some fun tier 4 items? We've just got Ninja Gear for Liquid so far. We've got Ninja Gear as well up for OG. Goes onto the Rookie, makes sense. As well as the Magic Lamp and the Havoc Hammer. That's out. And you do actually have that Havoc Hammer picked up. It's in the hands of the DK, so you were right.
Yeah, it gives him damage. That's it. Like, almost 50 damage. Gives him some extra survivability. Here for your items for Liquid, Monkey. They have nothing yet.
The fight's about to happen up on top. Poor little Hellbear Smasher's trying to hold out against Nember as well as a Grimstroke. Doesn't know there's a lot more behind him, however. 5 heroes versus 5 heroes. Pexu tries to rotate around. How many sentry wards can you plant? There's the outpost. It's going to be claimed. Is there a Dragon Tail stun? The blink forward. Chessie able to get it off with the BKB. They're just trying to bring down this Earth Spirit. Can he actually get back out of the tricks of the trace? Way too much damage with the Soul Bind and the Lasso. They have the control factors, or do they? DK, yeah, he's down. No buyback for either of the big cores. Z-Freak goes up, but like all team fights, we expect him to die. And OG on the full retreat back into their base. Pexu, he might be lucky enough to survive. Qualifiers, he's going to jump down and keep the chase going. Nope. Time to pull back. Look for the Enchantress instead. The BKB is now back off cooldown. So Zibe can use that, but Qualifiers moving in. They don't have the stun. No, couldn't get down in time, and Abyssal was on cooldown for 5 seconds.
They try to go for Earth Spirit, who's extremely tanky. He's sitting at 3000 HP with Repair Kit and Heaven's Halberd, so it amplifies his regen. Look at his HP regen per second. I mean, he has a Spirit Vessel heal at the moment, so 83. 44 when it's gone. I mean, I can't blame OG Seed for investing all their money in the items, not saving for buyback on neither Dragonite nor Ricky. Like, you need to take one good fight. There's no point in having a buyback, especially if you already used the BKB, so you can't really do anything. So it's the correct choice to go all in.
Are they gonna smoke and fight? DK doesn't have Dragon Form, and he's also not alive yet. Mid-racks will be taken, and now, well, it's a good terrorize. Z-Freak looking for a Curse Crown stun over on both Insania as well as Mickey. Mickey won his BKB up and Tiger, rolling boulders forward, getting rid of the very pesky Pexu. Tiger wants to keep on fighting, however. Z-Freak might have died. Mickey needs another quick spirit jump away. Enchantress perfectly controlling him while inside the Wukong's command. This is the Qualifier zone. Chessie will not escape, but a triple kill for Qualifier. Enchantress now losing the BKB. Is there a stun? The Curse Crown. Oh, Sleight of Fist Searing Chains. It's there for the range control, and that is GG. OGC put up a fight.
But that's
the end
it.
of the day is 2-0.
Yeah. Liquid is just a better overall team.